Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, you all can hear me and can see me. I welcome you all on a special workshop that is kept for you people preparing about all the major concepts associated with verbal ability. And today, we'll be talking about the verbal ability concepts associated with other management entrance test, okay, that we call as OMET, as a short form. And since we are here on such a platform that is known among students for quality, that is experts edge, I expect all of you to be sitting attentively throughout the workshop and listening to me very carefully. You are at this stage of your preparation where you have almost reached to the culmination of all sort of efforts that you've been doing for the examination. All right. So what I expect that with my this input for the class today, I am able to aid your preparation rather than make you all the more confused. Right. So I'll try my level best that I take up almost all the concepts that are asked in the examination. Please understand OMET stands for Other Management Entrance Test. So, just because we are naming them others, they're less important. That's not so. Okay, they're equally important. And as I can see, certain students present. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Yes, Darpan, I can see you. I can see Manoj. Okay, thanks for the response that you told me that I'm perfectly audible. That's nice. Okay, so we were talking about that other management entrance test. It's just not the name. Other has the adjective associated with it, so it is not that important. It's rather one such movement for students where they can give the right shape and form to their overall preparation now, and they can have more chances of getting into the right form of business school, which is meant for them. As by now they might have understood. I'm talking about most of the students. They might have understood that what are their fortes, that means the attributes that they're good at, and what are their lacunas, that means where they still need to work upon a bit, and accordingly they have to be selective in their approach in the examination, that they're going to select questions which they are going to get for sure cracked in, right? So my point is you should be picking up the questions very selectively, and you should have least chances of scoring negative mark for yourself. With this point of view, we strategize our efforts in the examination. And preparing for verbal ability or English, I know most of the students have this fear that there is the efforts are never sufficient, okay, because there is no end to vocabulary learning, there is no end to grammar rules applications, and there is no end to reading as a component which is tested in examination. But let me tell you, if you actually associate yourself with the concept and you have given sufficient time and energy in the right direction under the mentorship of the right individual and the brand, you feel that yes, you have come a long way, and now this is the time for you to encash all possible efforts that you've made. All right, hopefully most of you are of the same standard. Yes, Vihang, yes. Hopefully you're prepared, Darpan, Manoj, and Vihang. Hopefully you're prepared and you're just looking for some association with the concepts in a manner that I'm able to make you revise things. Yeah, am I clearly visible? I just wanted to confirm. Am I visible on screen and the text is visible on screen? Manoj, can you please respond? Okay. All right. So let's begin with what exactly. I was waiting for a few more viewers, but that time I have to give due respect to all those who are here on time. So let's begin with the concept. When we talk about verbal ability as a section in any examination, let me tell you that It may be named as anything. Maybe it is named as general English, it is named as verbal ability, it is named as English language aptitude, whatever manner it is, named. The purpose and the component, the purpose remains the same and the component remains the same. What? There are going to be vocabulary based questions in it that you'll be put through. Then there will be grammar based questions. I also name it as usage based questions. Okay. Why? Because whatever you know as rule or rules is what you need to learn to apply and use. And this is what they test you at, whether you know the right application of the rule. See, cramming up rule is something that anybody can do. But after cramming up, if you're able to apply, that is what is tested under usage based section. And then there are questions like parajumbles, paracompletion. Okay. And sometimes in certain examination, you get to see questions like para summary also. Okay. For CAT, you have also prepared that odd one out that was also paragraph based sometimes. So these three major category questions are there other than your major thing, that is reading comprehension. I hope I have made this point clear to everyone. Okay. Excuse me. Let's talk about the category each. Now, how I have planned out my workshop, I want to tell you that since you need to work upon the basics, and considering that you've already worked upon the basics, I just need to bring you to the level of functionality. I have planned my workshops that I'll be conducting certain workshops which are purely on grammar based or usage based questions. Then I'll conduct a workshop which is entirely on vocabulary based questions. And then we'll take up a mixed bag wherein everything is sorted. Like there are questions on paragraph also, there are questions on grammar also, there are questions on vocabulary. Okay, so this way we'll have one more workshop. So this is how I have planned. Let's see how it goes. But for today, I want to begin with grammar or usage based, because along with that, if you give sufficient time to your vocabulary learning, you feel all the more confident to handle questions. Okay, because vocabulary, that means words, and grammar, that means rules, are so interconnected in any expression that it is not possible to negate one existence or one's existence and move on, right? So considering that each component is equally important, we'll take that up one by one. So let's begin with the first one. Okay. So we're talking about functional grammar based question. What did I name it as, Siddhi? Can you tell me what was the other name that I gave this? Grammar based questions. What did I name? Yes, Siddhi Ralekar. What did I name it? Okay. There could be some lag there in the transition, so I'm not getting your answer instantly. So let's, as we all say, what is there in name? Okay, so leaving the things to the name here itself, I want to take you to the level of functionality that is associated with the grammar rules. See, whenever you learn anything, the process of learning goes this way, that you are first taught about the concepts, or you're introduced to the concept, or you're taught about the basics of the concepts. So these basics which are there, the part of your academics, you have already done, what I feel. So okay, what do you need to do is you have to make it reach to the level of functionality. Now, what does functionality mean? Like if I tell you, it's a very simple thing. If I tell you, suppose you've not seen a mobile and I'm teaching you about mobile for the first time, so I show you the mobile and I tell you, okay, Anuj, see, this is a mobile. Okay, this is a rectangular shaped device which is used for for the purpose of communication. With this we receive call, with this we end call, and this and this. Okay, come on, write what is a mobile. So after listening to me, probably just you have got acquainted with as to what is it. You can write about it. But unless I give this mobile in your hand and I make you see how does it function, will you be able to associate yourself with the functionality of mobile? No, you would not be. In the very manner, the problem occurs with most of the students in English language learning is they know the concepts only with the purpose of solving a particular kind of a question in examination. That is, I'm talking about your academics till your 11th 12th, when you had English language as a subject. Okay, therein you just studied English language at the 11th hour just to secure just decent percentage so that you can go for the next level of your academics. But let me tell you, you are to connect yourself with the functionality, and functionality is directly associated with one's ability to logically connect with the concept. Okay. So, unless you connect yourself logically with the concept, you feel that there is still something missing, or you have to cram up the rules. How many of you cram up the rules still? Okay. Because see, I don't know how much you're aware of the pattern and the industry. Most of the people, would tell you that this is one such learning which is a skill oriented learning. English language learning is a skill oriented learning. Okay, the more you practice about it, the better you become. Okay, so it is purely a skill oriented learning. So we say that there is neither the wrong time to begin about it, and there is never an end to it also. Okay, so the more you learn about it, the better you become with your skills and you sharpen your skills, fine. But since we have a set target, currently we are preparing for the examination which is just after a week or 10 days, so I'm not taking you too much in detail onto the concept. I'm coming directly on the functionality of the concepts that you have learned about English grammar. And to make you reach to that level, I just want that first you take a quick recap of what all is asked under usage based question, or what are the skill sets that you're tested at during examination. Okay, so that for that I have just brought a quick, I would say, a formula that what are the key concepts tested in the examination. Okay, when we talk about grammar or when we talk about the usage of the terms, okay, usage or grammar. So, what are the concepts tested? You might have studied things from certain books. Okay, so there in the book you have index has the name of the chapters and the units, and then further the chapters. But those are the things for you to have basics, right? But when you make those things function, so there are specific concepts only which are asked over the years. If you talk about, since you've been told that I have certain 2 decades experience with me, so if I speak with my experience, let me tell you people that majority of concepts which are asked there in examination happen to be one of these segments only. One of these, I would say, concepts only are kept in the examination, which could be in any form. It could be the form of question may change. Okay, it could be fill in the blanks, it could be jumble the sentences. There are jumble sentences you are to rearrange. It could be match the following. It could be as in any format, but the point remains the same. What is tested, the concept remains the same. So the first concept that I want to tell you is, like you can see it here all in red, is, so we in short form we name it as RIMPAC. Okay, so what does R stand here for? In most of the cases, you get to see a sentence or the word usage which is redundant in its existence. What do I mean by redundant in its existence? Means it's been spoken twice. whereas we could have done with one usage of the same ones. Okay, like most of you say, okay, when are you returning back? When are you returning back? Now, what does return mean? To come back. So if you write like mathematically, if you say return is equal to, you say come back. So if you replace come back, if you replace return with come back, won't the expression be come back back? So this is what the expression is redundant, like we are placing back twice. So the correction would be just to omit back. Okay, there are many such things. This is very simple thing that I've told you. Like there is like in your schools you must have heard people saying, okay, stand up, sit down. Now see, standing and sitting, it is the posture in itself. It's says that which which format it is. You are standing upright or you're going to sit. Okay, so either you say sit or you say stand. Okay, you never add those things which are redundant, which are hidden in its meaning. We have more such things to come. I'm just explaining you today so that you get acquainted. And when I give you the reasoning while discussing the question, you can feel connected. Hope you all can. Okay, is it buffering? I'm getting. Okay, just let me check if there is some problem. Just give me a minute, guys. I guess there is some network issue. It is seeming to be fine from my end. Should we be waiting? Just let me get connected. Okay, till then, you people can pose me your queries also after listening to all my explanation. If you have any sort of query, or in general, also you want to ask something related to English language learning, I am very much there. Okay, so we were talking about redundancy. In the very manner, we have certain expressions which are termed as idiomatic expressions in English language. That means we do use only idioms, that means collection of words to say our idea which carries a specific sense. Okay, that is called idiomatic, that's called an idiom, and the expression derived out of that is called idiomatic expression. Like very common one is a bull in a china shop, right? So if I say a bull in a china shop, here can I place any other word like a bull, an ox, a giant in a china shop? No, though we mean like we can use it as an idiom, not the literal sense bull in a china shop. Somebody who's a misfit and creating destruction rather than construction in these position or situation. Okay, that's the idea. Okay, that's so if you all have understood that an idiom has a specific usage, and if it is incorrectly used in a sentence, or you're aware and you're able to make that out, you get a plus point there. But if you're not, so the point is you got to read the idioms. That's why I say vocabulary preparation, which is associated with your collection and learning of words and their usage, is interlinked. Okay, these two things are interlinked, so you have to pay sufficient heed to this also. Then we have modifiers and modals. Since you all are aware of these terms, I'm quickly giving what modifiers are. There are certain words which modify the the quality or the quantity spoken of any adjective or a noun in this statement. Like there are many, like you have few, a few, little. These all are modifiers and they have their specific usage. Okay, in the very manner we have certain words which are used to talk about the mood in the statement. They are termed as modals. Like if I say, you should study. All right, this is my statement. You should study. Okay, so can you make out what is my expression, what is my mood to speak with you? I'm suggesting you, right? So this mood of suggestion is given with which word? Should. Okay, but if I just replace it with can, so you can study. Now what does it mean? Okay, Vihang, if I change this should to can, what am I doing? What am I saying? You can study. So what does it mean? Anybody? What mood I am depicting here? I'm talking about the capability. Okay, what is your caliber? You, whether you can or you cannot. Okay, so these are the ideas or the expressions. Yes, yes, Lisa is saying choice to study or not. Yeah, yeah, you have an option to study. It's not only option, it is one's sense of caliber also, whether one can perform something, one cannot. Okay, so that is also there. Fine. So these all are the specific usage of modals. If one goes wrong in there or there in the question, they try and trick you with their usage being wrongly kept in any question. So we'll just see the question and you'll understand what I was trying to say. For each question, I'll take you back to this chart. Okay, remember. So you should know each term mentioned. Parallelism is, whenever we talk, we never talk in one-liner statements. We do talk, or whenever you get to read some text, so it is lengthy text where two parts of a sentence or two sentences are interconnected. Okay, so if we do not connect them in the right pattern, in the right context, like suppose here you're talking of positive context and here you're talking of negative context. Okay, so you have to see that there has to be some word which is associating them in a manner that we are able to follow the right reasoning of putting them together. It should be parallel. Like suppose if I say so and is used here, so I have to use all both the terms similar connotated. If I'm using positive here, so I have to use positive here. But if I use but instead, so what do I have to use? What do I have to use? Obviously contradictory. Like he is honest but lazy, right? And if I say he is honest and obedient, so you saw there were two words in parallel which were joined with the conjunction at, which was giving the right context wise connection. We in English language we call it connotation. We call it connotation. About vocabulary usage, if you are a student at Expert Edge and you want to attend more sessions, we will be conducting more sessions on vocabulary also for the coming year as well. Fine. So there I'll detail you about the vocabulary usage. Here you have to concentrate on what you know and sharpening your X only. Okay, don't get confused. Preposition, I mean, the more I talk about it, the less it seems. Preposition is the specific usage of prepositional set preposition we call it, or prepositional phrases we call it. So you all should be clear with the prepositional phrases. Like with afraid we always use of. Okay, but what do we use with ashamed? Of only? Yes. So these are set prepositions which they're fairly fixed in English language, for which we don't have any reason that why do we use of with it and why do we use for with some other expression. Okay, so these are called set preposition. And if you want to go get in detail, we have phrasal verbs also, which are tested in examination, which we ask our students to prepare. Okay, like phrasal verbs, like if I tell you call off and call on. Can you all hear me clearly? Any doubt, any glitch till here? Any doubt? So call off and call on. Just a mere difference of a preposition. Verb is the same, call, but huge lot of a difference in the essence and the meaning. Call off is to cancel. Call on is to visit. All right. So just mere a difference of a preposition, huge lot of a difference in the meaning and application. And this is what I'm teaching you, that these kind of concepts are only tested in examination. You must pay heed. And I'm sure that you must have already studied. You're just revising here with me. Okay. A stands for arrangement and agreement. Well, see, arrangement, you all know a sentence could be segmented and you would be required to arrange it according to logical reasoning so that it becomes coherent. Coherent means logically connected. Or there could be agreement asked, which could be of subject verb agreement. That means in a sentence, when we talk about something, that happens to be subject. And if we talk about an action that is being performed by the subject, so that is verb. So these two should be in synchronization. Okay, we should be using verb according to the subject. That is what the idea of subject verb agreement is. There are other sort of agreements also which are associated with a pronoun. These all are the concept that you already know. Still, I'm saying that have a review with me so that when I take up the questions ahead, you feel connected. Hopefully, arrangement and agreement is clear to everyone. Please give me yes, no, if you're able to follow. All the things taught till here are clear to you. Yes. Okay. All right. So I come to the next slot, that is comparison and conjunction. C stands for comparison conjunction. You all know that we have in English language, we have expressions where we talk about a comparison between a thing or two different things or more than two things. Okay, so we do use certain adjectives and adverbs there. Okay, so rather a complete chapter of determiner is what you have to study, and there are certain rules associated with that. But there are a few rules which are frequently asked. So those, keeping those rules in mind, I have picked up the questions for this workshop. Okay, so you'll be able to revise thoroughly, almost, I don't say all, but yes, almost all. Right, so certain adjective adverbs which are used in comparison, and certain conjunctions which have specific usage. And you all know what conjunction is. I'm not getting into detail about that. Conjunction in the words which join to, yes, but yes, you should be clear with the difference of these three terms. And if you're not, your entire learning about English language is going to go waste. See, conjunction are the words which join two words. Conjunctions are the words which can join two or more than two phrases. And conjunctions are the words which join two or more clauses. And conjunctions are the words which join two or more than two sentences. And I hope you are clear with the hierarchical value and placement of these terms. From words, we frame phrases. From phrases, using phrases, we frame sentences. And a sentence has two clauses. Anyone who can answer me what is a clause? Okay, Ashwani is saying there is a problem in the arrangement. Okay, Ashwani, if in case you have problem in the sentence arrangement, I'll just show you the question ahead. Try and solve it with me and see with what reasoning I'm solving that. Okay, don't go for the answer. What I have done, you would be surprised to see that I have given, in most of the cases, I've given the answers after the question. Why? Because I don't want you to function only for the answer. See, how did you reach to the answer? Please learn the pattern to solve questions. That's going to help you. The same question is not going to come in your examination, but the same concept which is asked in the question will be tested in your examination. So learn the way to solve the question. Okay, Ashwini, let's see. Very good. Vihang is saying having subject and verb is clause. Very good. You're clear with the concept. Any part of a sentence which has a subject and verb of its own is known as clause. Okay, phrase is just combination of words. I'm writing in short so that you can feel connected. Anyone who takes a screenshot of this entire screen no is going to revise things in one go. So I would suggest ideally you should be making notes along. If you're not, just listen, take a screenshot so that you can revise later on. And sentences are usually formed of clauses. So this picturesque explanation, I hope it's going to work, that sentences are usually formed of one clause or two clauses. Okay, the conjunction's job is to align these, find words, phrases, clauses, and sentences. Hope this is clear. The C part of impact. I'm coming to the last. I don't want to say the least, but it's the most important segment which has troubled students right from their second standard of their academics till their this competitive level of examination. That is tenses. Tenses, though, might seem to be, I don't know, whenever I come to take grammar concepts, students tell me, ma'am, please, the same thing, boring thing again and again. But what to tell you people, that this is one such thing that you'll get to see in every phase of your life. If you're working, you will have to see. Right now you are working on your concepts to get into B school, right? As soon as you'll complete your studies there in the campus drives, you'll have to sit in the examinations, okay, which will be placement we call as activities. Okay, so your employability quotient will be tested there. Again, you'll have to face such questions when you get into the job and you want to go in for, say, your appraisals. There for appraisal, again they have certain employability quotients tested there. You might have to, so please don't shirk off these things. Make your foundation strong, make your concept strong, and see how you're able to bring about a change in your overall understanding. I am maybe taking a bit of time to give you the review on the concept, because this I've considered as the base. The next workshop, I'll not be explaining you things in detail the way I'm here explaining. I'll come to the question directly, and from those questions, we'll take a revision of things. Okay, I'll not be explaining you things. So if you have any doubt, straight state it right away. Okay, if you don't understand any of the concept, so that you learn to the functionality, you reach to the functionality stage soon with me. Okay, the concept of tenses, as we all know, the time associated, or the relation of verb or action with time is known as tense. Okay, so the usage of tenses is tested multifaceted ways in examination. I tell you, there could be many ways. I'll show you with the help of examples in the coming slide, you'll realize. But what is transformation? Now, here, transformation is a broader term that can be applicable on things like, either you'll be asked to bring a transformation in the sentence, like from a simple sentence would be given with some error, or you would be asked to convert into complex or compound sentence, right? Either it could be that, or it could be you'll be asked to bring about a change in the voice. That means something would be given an active voice and you'll be asked to convert it into passive, or passive to active. Or there would be something associated with narration, okay, direct and indirect speech, as you say. So they might ask you to convert that also. And this is not that I am saying from my side. These all have been the questions in examination, though thus I'm coming up with this idea of impact, in front of you, to give you a quick and overall review of all the concepts asked in examination. Till here, any doubt? I am seeing the remarks. Do let me know any doubt. Good evening, Ankit. Any doubt? Quickly. Yes. All right. Considering I'll reach to chat later again, even if you have typed. So I'll come to that. I'll give you, I see if I can give you time towards the end for any doubt clearing. Otherwise, we have one more workshop coming. I am closing this slide considering you are aware and acquainted with most of the concepts that are tested, and now it is time for you to begin working upon those concepts. I have brought previous year questions only for you to solve so that you have that real time assessment of yourself. You see, for any examination, there are two things that two, three factors, two, three aspects associated with it. First is how much time are you taking to solve a particular question? That means what is your speed? And with what specific speed, what accuracy you're able to have. Okay, like what is your overall attempt? How long did you take to solve how many questions? And out of those questions, out of those numbers, how many were correct? This is what your entire report card is based on. I mean, your overall score is based on. Along with that, there are other aspects also, like what is the level of difficulty, or I call it difficulty level. What is the level of difficulty of the question? Okay, so that also you have to keep in mind. In different examination, it is kept differently. But if I tell you that there are certain examinations like SNAP which have variety of content with different difficulty level questions. Okay, so I have brought most of the questions from that specific examination so that you can feel connected. If you're preparing for SNAP, you're eventually preparing for almost all sort of examination where VA is a part, right? So I've picked up previous year questions from SNAP. The year will be displayed to you on screen along with the question. Okay, so those who are ready, I should begin. Okay, let's begin solving the question. I want you to be more active now. So the first question is, it was asked in the year 2018. How do we solve it? Please. We solve by negating the answer choices. Please listen to me very carefully and apply this thing. We always solve a question by negating the answer choices and not by a guesswork. बहुत से बच्चे होते हैं ना, अरे मैम मेरे हिसाब से ये सही है, मेरे हिसाब से ए आंसर होना चाहिए, आपके हिसाब से, अकॉर्डिंग टू योर गेस वर्क. So this guesswork does not work. Okay, मुझे ऐसी feeling आ रही है, we've seen movies, जय माता दी टिक कर दिया and you topped the examination. This happens only in movies. Okay, that doesn't happen in real life, even if the best of luck is by your side. So my suggestion is, whenever you attempt a question, instead of saying this should be the answer, you're reasoning to yourself. I'm not saying tell it to me, tell it to your friends, tell it to anybody. Tell it to yourself. You're reasoning. You have to give reasoning to yourself as to why A is incorrect, why C is incorrect, why D is incorrect, thus B is the answer. Why? What is wrong in this expression? Now, first question in itself I have picked up, which has no answers to why, because it is based on, who can tell me? You have started giving me answers. This is what I said. How did you reach to the answer? क्या टेस्ट क्या कर रहे हैं अश्वनी? क्या टेस्ट कर रहे हैं? What are they testing? कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट? अभी इम्पैक्ट पढ़ा आपने? कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट को टेस्ट किया जा रहा है? हम्म. preposition phrase है, set preposition है. We always have desire for something. We have or we don't have desire for. So we call it that for as a preposition. Please listen to me very carefully and write it somewhere. For collocates with desire and thus it forms a set preposition. Desire off nahi hota and there is no logic. Very good. Lisa is saying it's a phrasal verb. I told you na, phrasal verb, set preposition, prepositional phrases, you name it any which way, the concept is the same. All right. So the answer is B, right? So those who are solving it with me and they want to keep things safe for future revision also, they may keep taking the screenshot of the things. That's why I've written answer for you. I have written answers so that you can have this thing handy for yourself just before the examination. This is for you for the last minute revision. Okay, all the important concepts in form of notes available to you, and I have categorized it. Like if you get to see these things, even if you go for the solution of previous year question papers, so that's in form of a complete answer. I have formulated it into the sections, like if it is a question associated with specific category in VA, so you have all the question associated with that in at one place along with the answers. So I have done all the hard work, you just have to reap the benefit out of it. Like we are coming to the question. Second question. Please read and tell me. You have to just find the error in it. Quickly for question number two. I want to see your attempt, please. Okay. Vihang, Ashwani, Ankit. Okay. Since I'm not able to read the. Acha, Lisa has responded. Okay. So, yeah, I'm getting the right answers from you people. That means you are clear with the concept. I wish. What is to be added? Where it is to be added? Here or here? Yes. I wish I had known that Harish was ill. I would have gone to see him. Yeah, correct. Very good. So, what kind of concept did we revise? Which concept did we revise? This is the concept of clause and application of clause along with sequence of tense applicable on it. Okay. All right. So these were the questions from Snap 2018. I'm coming to the next one. This is interesting. This is hot favorite choice of all the examinations which IIM conducts. Okay, be it undergrad examination or postgraduate examination. Earlier they would give. Now to CAT doesn't give such questions, but earlier it used to give VA based questions. So used to give these kind of questions where you are tested at. I don't know if you're aware of the term or not. There is a term associated with the word usage, that is parsing. Anyone who has heard of it, parsing? Have you heard of parsing? Let me tell you. Parsing is the part of speech. POS is part of speech. The part of speech associated with any word is known as its parsing. Like, for instance, if I tell you work, WORK, work as a word is used as a noun also and is used as a verb also, isn't it? Like, I do not do or support such work, right? Or I say, I do not work this way. Okay, so here you can make out that in this sentence, what is the major action being performed? Doing something. Okay, what I don't do is work. So work is noun. I hope you're able to see this. And I do not work. Now what is the main action being done? Work as the action being spoken. So here work is verb. Thus the parsing that is associated with the word work is both noun and verb. And this attribute, please listen to me very carefully, this attribute associated with word usage is tested under polysemy, or it is known as polysemy. That means there is more than one specific usage of a word in form of different part of speech, right? So the same manner you are tested at the usage of the word still and its polysemy as to still as a noun is given, still as an adjective is given, still as a verb is given, and still as an adverb is given, and which is the Acha, you're giving answers also, that's wonderful. And which is the way it is going. Like for this, how do we solve this question? As I said that we have to go by negating the answer choice. Any which form that you're more sure of, whether you're sure of the usage of still as a noun, adjective, verb or adverb, pick that thing and check its position in the answer choices, negate the answer choices and then you reach to the right answer choice. Like here noun. Noun means thing. Okay. So still waters. So here still is not used as a noun. Still is being used to describe water. That means still is an adjective and water is noun. Right. So if you go by this, so which is adjective is at the place of to. Yeah. So noun should be going with he wanted some stills. What he wanted some stills. So noun is going with be. You have to see where one is going with be. That's your answer. Where one is going with be. If you have to match this. Where is one is going with be? Yes. Very good. Vihang, you answered wrong for this. Okay. Acha, that was for the previous. Now for this, you have answered C. Good. Good. All right. So the answer is C because still as a noun is being used here. अच्छा जिनको नहीं आता है, I am giving them quick review. Verb is for the action. Adverb is describing an action. Okay, describing a verb, adverb or adjective. Verb, adverb or adjective is known as adverb. Okay, so you can cross check. I am coming to the next question. This I have already now explained. I seek your response quickly. Quickly. The best way would be if there is some lag that we face because of transition, because of connectivity issues. So what I would suggest to you is if you're watching this video later, the live is over, please pause the video and then give your attempt and then cross check the answer, please, and the reasoning also. All right. So here we have well. Word well. Such very common words will be given to you that you might go baffled, okay, because these are such things we know but we have never questioned ourselves as to why and how this is so. Okay, so thoda sa if you don't solve such things, so you might go baffled at the time of examination. That's why we want you to be acquainted first. Okay, Vihang, you're answering for this. Yes. You will never miss the water till the well runs dry. Now here well is what? What runs dry? Whenever you want to question, whenever you want to be sure of your answer choice, no? If you read any sentence, I'm telling you a practical way to handle it. If you read any sentence, just question yourself as to what am I reading about? What is it that is mentioned in the sentence? What is mentioned in this? When you seek an answer to what, you actually reach to a subject or the object. Till the well runs dry. So well here is what? Noun, isn't it? So where it is going with noun? Noun is going with A. कहाँ पर है ये वाला option? 3 is going with A. Good, Lisa. Good, Ashwani. Very good. So you people are clear that that should be the answer, because see, best part about these kind of questions is, though it seemed to be lengthy, but it is actually time consuming. It can be time consuming for you. It cannot be that time consuming for you. It can be time saving device for you, if you, only if you are very very sound with your parsing, with your ability to recognize words with their part of speech. If you are sound with it, you just confirm one or two and just take the answer choice, go to the next question. Okay, save your time this way. So these kind of questions, if you get an examination, you're not left with much time and you want to be sure of your attempt, that you can take a chance on, so please pick up these kind of questions. So after seeing the question pattern, type, way to handle it, and the time involved in solving it, please strategize your attempt for examination. Okay, with that purpose only we are conducting workshop. Don't go by सारे question solve करने हैं. You have to be smart in picking up. Hope I'm able to talk sense here. All right, you all. Yes, options really help. Do not eat the cake. Wait, your friends come. Now, perhaps the direction I missed to mention here, you have to add something as a preposition. You can see the words given as answer choices are prepositions. Okay, and you have to fill in the right preposition to give the sentence the correct meaning and expression. Yes, your attempt, please. Yes. Remember, whenever you are asked to do some action, I again emphasize, you have to listen to what I am saying and with what reasoning I am solving things. Whenever you are asked to perform some action continuously, or you are asked to continue some action, so that idea of continuation of an action, okay, that goes with the preposition that is still. Okay, when is specific point of time, for is the reason, as is just the connector for giving the reason, same thing. Okay, but only till is the preposition that talks about continuation of an action, like you have to stand here till I finish my lunch. Okay, so you have to go on doing some action before or till the continuation of the other action, right? So this kind of continuation of an action is being talked with the preposition till. If you need more such input, please take help in form of slots from Expert Edge faculty. Okay, or you can send anything in the comment box. If there is a specific requisition, we'll see how can we work upon those requisition in the coming workshops. Okay, coming to the next question. Study hard, you will not pass the examination. Now, what concept are we doing here? I said no, you will be given something to connect the sentences, and you have to see the context, the sense of parallelism, whether the positive connotation should go in parallel to the previous statement, or the negative connotation should go to the previous statement. What should go? Study hard. This is a suggestion. You will not pass the examination, negative connotated. You, this is positive connotated, so it has to be something that Yes, good, good, correct. Else. But again, I said, I don't want the answer. Listen, answer. That's wonderful. You're making an input. I hope you're clear with the concept as to why this is the answer, okay? Because you might not have the same sentence, same question, because this is already asked. ये तो आएगा ही नहीं. But then ये जो concept है ना, वो आएगा. That is going to be there in the examination. So किसी ना किसी form में होगा. तो अगर concept clear है बेटा, तो आप आगे भी चीजें handle कर पाओगे. All right. Okay. So with this, we come to the next question. याद आए लास्ट वाला टी से एसोसिएटेड है मैंने बोला था टी टेंस और ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सो यू हैव टू चेंज द स्पीच I won the race which was asked in the year 2018 there in Snap. Ashwani is saying, ma'am, in question 4 type, are the combination of option always different? Combination of options always. Acha, you mean to say all the options? No, not necessarily different. There can be two close answer choices also. Ashwani. Okay, this is what I say. If you have that ability to come out of that confusion that is there because of two close answer choices, there lies the essence of real teaching, training and preparation. आपको हर क्वेश्चन को निगेट मतलब हर ऑप्शन सपोज देयर आर फोर ऑप्शंस और उस फोर में से आप दो निगेट कर पा रहे हो बट दो के बीच में आप फंस जा रहे हो you're stuck between the two. तो वो कौन सा लॉजिक है जिसके बेस पर आप उन दो में से एक आंसर टिक करते हो एज करेक्ट आंसर और दूसरा आंसर निगेट करते हो एज रॉन्ग आंसर इज द रियल थिंग टू लर्न. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि आप लोग मेरे साथ थोड़ा सा लॉजिकल रीजनिंग समझिए कि हम लोग कैसे लाइक हियर यू आर गिवन चेंज द स्पीच आई हैव वन द रेस. अभी मैं इसी पे अप्लाई करके बताती हूँ. आई हैव वन द रेस. I have won the race is in form of direct speech, and we were told that whenever we have the direct speech given, so we have to go by what is the reporting verb. This is the reporting verb. Okay. तो अगर तो ये पास्ट में है फिर दिस इज इन पास्ट सो दिस एंटायर स्पीच विच इज द डायरेक्ट स्पीच दैट्स गोइंग टू बी इन पास्ट. Wonderful, wonderful. You're giving the correct answer. Again, I say that you are revising the concept with me so that you apply the things. Fine. So he said that we have in three things. देखो इसमें ध्यान देना. He said that यहाँ पर भी है. He said दैट नहीं है यहाँ पे तो दैट्स गोइंग टू बी ग्रामेटिकली इनकरेक्ट. इसको हमने यहीं पे निगेट कर दिया. आगे पढ़ा भी नहीं और मैंने यहाँ पे निगेट कर दिया. नेक्स्ट ही सेड दैट इसमें भी है. ही सेड दैट तो यहाँ पर सब में सिमिलर है. डिफरेंस क्या है? हियर इट इज हैड वन, हियर इट इज हैज वन, हियर हैज बिन वन. नाउ सी you know that we are given in the direct speech we are given have one. That means present perfect tense is applicable. Which tense? Present perfect tense. So when we convert a present perfect tense into indirect speech, present perfect tense action into indirect speech, we convert it into past perfect. We never convert it into present perfect continuous has been. That is rather in the this is passive voice. Aapka has been is the passive voice of the same, and here has one again is the present tense. So we are not going to convert. If we are not going to convert this into past, so this application of this reporting verb which is said fixed in all the sentences will be incorrect. Thus we have negated B also, D also, C also. इसीलिए अब हमारे पास ए ही आंसर चॉइस है. अश्वनी, आई होप यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट डिड आई से हियर कि आपको ऑप्शंस को निगेट करना आना चाहिए. ठीक है, तभी आंसर आता है. ऑल राइट. I have reached, though I have reached to the culmination of this, I had somewhere 10 to 15 questions set in my mind, but I'm not able to take much here. Okay, but I'll for sure complete 10 and then I'll end this session if you people are there. If you people are there, if you don't have any problem. Okay, so change the speech. Wait there till I get back. Come on, come on. You can pause and then listen to the explanation maybe later. Better. Okay, I'm going ahead with it. Fine. That says Just 1 minute. Yeah. That says, wait there till I get back, please, she told the boys. Now, here, as you can see, the sentence is beginning, the direct speech is beginning with some instruction. Yes? Instruction. What kind of sentences? We call them imperative sentences. All right? We call them imperative sentences. Imperative sentences either have request और कमांड. कोई भी सेंटेंस जो सब्जेक्ट से ना बिगिन होके डायरेक्ट वर्ब से बिगिन होता है वो रिक्वेस्ट या कमांड से होता है. यू पीपल आर नो डी नो. शी टोल्ड द बॉयज. फिर से रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब देखो. रिपोर्टिंग वर्ब क्या है? पास्ट में है ना. तो आज तो नहीं होगा क्योंकि आज की जगह हम लोग रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं. वेट देयर, आई सेड नो. इंपेरेटिव सेंटेंस में या तो रिक्वेस्ट किया जाता है, कमांड किया जाता है. तो रिक्वेस्ट ही आएगा हमारे पास. ए सी डी है. डिफरेंस क्या है? द बॉयज टू वेट देयर टिल शी वुड रिटर्न और टू वेट देयर टिल शी गॉट बैक और requested the boys to wait there till she comes back. comes back आएगा क्या? डी. See the presence of word. Yes, you are correct. Yes, you are correct. The presence of the word please is going to tell us that yes, it is request. Yes. So Aradhya Gupta, yeah, she could give me the right answer. See, we have get back here will be converted into got back, no? Yes. Simple present gets converted into simple past, right? And she comes back is present again, so we cannot take a present in answer. And why would, will तो है नहीं यहाँ पर. will है क्या? Had there been will in the reporting verb, we would have converted into would. I hope you are getting connected. समझ में आ रही है चीजें? समझ में आ रही है? Okay, Vihan. Got back. Okay, fine. Fine then. I'm reaching to the next. Here the instructions are also given. Quickly solve this. The options given below combine to form a meaningful sentence. Identify the erroneous statement from among the options. कौन सा गलती है? कौन सा पार्ट? ओके. सी व्हेन यू रीड, सबसे बढ़िया बात इस तरीके के सेंटेंस की होती है कि ये सेंटेंस ऐसे ना लिख के दे सेगमेंट इट and then they present this manner. Okay, so in one eye span, you can read a part of it and then you can get its connection with the next. So it becomes easier for you to read the sentence and yet break it and then analyze it. I am fully aware that there seems to be no error till here. My wife is one of those. Correct. I am aware, that means present verb hai. माई वाइफ इज वन ऑफ दोज, यहाँ पे भी प्रेजेंट वर्ब है. तो दोनों का कॉम्बिनेशन पैरेललिस्ट के हिसाब से और सीक्वेंस ऑफ टेंस के हिसाब से ठीक बैठता है. हु इज टोटली कमिटेड, वन ऑफ दोज. अब आप जब आप इसको कनेक्ट कर रहे हो तो ये वाला वर्ब किसके लिए लगा है? माई वाइफ के लिए लगा है कि उन लोगों के लिए लगा है जो कमिटेड होते हैं अपनी फैमिली के लिए एंड उनकी वेलबींग के लिए? यस. I see you people need to take a bit of revision with your attempts that you're making. बेटा मेरी बात समझ में आ रही है? मैंने ये देखो, जब भी कोई सेंटेंस दिया होता है उसमें एक से ज्यादा वर्ब्स दिखे आपको, कोशिश करिएगा आप उसके सब्जेक्ट के साथ उसका अलाइनमेंट समझने की कोशिश करिए. ठीक है. यहां पर एम है वो आई के साथ लगा है. डन, सही है. यहां पर वाइफ और इज है तो इज लगा है, वाइफ के साथ लगा है. अब ये वाला जो इज है, इट इज बीइंग यूज्ड फॉर whom? It is being used for all the people, no, who are committed, all the wives or one of those wives who are committed to, or one of those individuals who are committed to the family and their well-being. Yes. Okay, now you got it. Young. Good, good, good. Very good. Are committed. Yes, you brought the correction also. So I am liking the way you people are participating, but I am short of time. So maybe I'll take up more question in the coming class. Since you are clear with the basics, I have made you revise the things. So I'll be quickly picking up all the questions that I've prepared for you people for the workshop, and we'll try and cover as many as questions possible from previous year questions of maybe Snap, that IFT, whichever I feel that you learn more out of the question. So I'll pick up those questions, and I'll come with another workshop the next time. From my side, this is all for the day. But yes, before I leave, I would surely want that you people give a feedback there in the comment box, whether or not you have felt connected with the entire pattern of things that I had taken up. If and you can also tell me if there is any specific thing that you want me to take up in the coming workshop, so I'll plan accordingly. It's just that you have to be responsible for what you're writing, please mind it, and because that's going to decide my course of action further, right? So what you write is genuinely needed not only by you but by all, all your friends and peers. Hopefully I could aid in your preparation. With this note, I want to end the session. Yeah, signing off for the day. See you all. Bye bye. Please send your requisition if you have. All right, I'm signing off.